ladies, we have quite a few things we're going to do today. So, you know, our technique, we don't usually have dance technique like dance year 1, year 2. We'll be doing other things. So our technique today is hand instruments. By hand instruments, what do you think that is? Absolutely.
I forgot what that's called.
Glory hoops.
Glory hoops.
Worship tools. These are instruments of the hand. So we have hand instruments, and we also have a tabernacle study, which is quite lengthy. So I want to try to get through everything. We're going to start with the hand instrument because there's something I want you to do before we do the tabernacle section. Tabernacle. Okay, so we're going to start music ministry with instruments. So we already discussed musical instruments, hand instruments, tambourines, tabret, a timbrel. So we're going to be focusing today on a tabret, timbrel, and tambourine. Are they different? Are they the same? Do you even know what that means? So at first glance, you would say it's some type of musical instrument or some type of worship tool. A tabret and timbrel can actually be used interchangeably, and they were used in the Old Testament. So in Hebrew, tabret, T-A-B-R-E-T, meant musical instrument, a percussion instrument. The timbrel was a hoop of wood with a metal, with metal over it and stretched parchment. So, if we look here, and this is from my very beginning days when I started in pageantry, I had started making a tabret. It just had this little thin piece of parchment on it when the Israelites were using it. So I put God on mine. Now the mistake I made.
I already know.
Go ahead.
For low G. He's
Mm.
a big guy.
There you go. My mistake in this was that I did a lowercase g. You live, you learn. Now we know, I know. Oh, larger. So this was a type of worship tool. I used this ribbon because I didn't know any better back then. So that was the start. So actually, can you ladies come over with me? Then I don't have to keep trying to go back and forth. So as I started progressing, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So I made this glory hoop. And you know, when you're doing praise and worship, you use your glory hoop because you're helping to usher in the presence of God. What are we always talking about in pageantry? We always want to set the atmosphere for God to come, right? Okay, so here with the tambourine, same thing. You have the loops, so it's an instrument of praise. However, do you know that a tambourine is also an instrument of warfare?
Yes.
Okay, remember I was talking to you about that? So what we're going to do is we're going to start making a glory hoop. Why are you going to make your own glory hoops? Because you need your own personal instrument that you're going to worship God with. So for now, you can put your tablets on the side. Yeah, you can put it inside the desk for now. Now remember last week, we talked about different colors, what the different colors represent, what are we going to use them for. So I took the liberty of choosing certain colors because we're also doing a tabernacle study. So our tabernacle has certain colors. All right, so let's start first with our painting because we need the items to dry. So you're going to paint first, and then we're going to continue our word study. That works? Okay, so I'm going to ask that you finish eating because you're going to have to put paper over the desk because I don't want to get the desk messy. I invite you to go over to the table and you are to pick the color that you want to use for your glory hoop. Caitlin, I'm going to hang your coat up, okay? The paints are toward the back.